All right. Let's go, guys. We've got a banging series for you. We've got uThermal, the Dutch monster Terran, the man that likes massing ghosts against people on the ladder, the dirty boy that he is, going command center first, up against none other than the greatest of all time, Serral. Going for a pull first opening. So he's going to do a little bit of a cheeky Ling backstab, maybe, trying to cancel the command center. But, funnily enough, command center first actually kind of counters this. Thank you very much for the subs there. I'll mute those alerts for the rest of this game. Now, this is actually a highlight match. This is played in a best-of series somewhere in the EU, Valencia regionals a while back, but I got this particular replay recommended me as a really fun... Oh, sorry, guys, just accidentally muted my mic. A really fun back and forth match. So people have told me this was a real action-packed one. I've got to check it out. Now, I don't know who wins. I don't actually know the result. It was a group stage match. All I know is I see CC first. I see uThermal has been doing lots of really creative strats lately up against Serral, who is always just such a great player to watch, and I'm very excited now. As I said, this usually is aiming to deal with a Reaper opening. I think Serral was expecting uThermal to go Reaper, not Scout with an SCV, and then the idea is your Zerglings arrive here as the Reaper arrives at your side of the map. Now the problem is he sees the command center is already finished and he's like, ah, shit. So he knows, okay, I've just got to, if I want to get damage, I got to run straight in there right now because the command center is already finished. The goal is, if they go to the command center later, it's not finished, you kill the SCV that's building it. It really messes up that build order. In this scenario, though, there is a Reaper. It's not a Marine, so that can out-micro these guys. And uThermal on point with his micro. The Drilly Boy just going to run away there. Just going to lead those Zerglings on a merry chase. If you could get the SCV building the factory, that would be big. Serral trying to split these Lings up a little bit. Oh, pulls back the weak Zergling. Good micro. Can he get that yellow hit point SCV? Nope, their drills are good. The Reaper will take him down as well. So very good micro for uThermal. And Serral will save one Zergling. He's going to go hide this guy behind the minerals at the third so he can come in for a scout later. Behind this, Ling speeds up at a very good time. I really like it when players actually delay Ling speed in this scenario, but he's just rushing it, third base. And oh my god, third command center at the 3-minute mark. Okay, there's greed, guys, and then there's what uThermal's doing right now. uThermal has literally just gone to the bank and then he's like taken out a mortgage and then he's somehow gone to another bank and taken out a mortgage up against the exact same home. And then he's done it again and again. And he's like, oh, let's hope they don't find out. He's somehow scamming the banking system. He's leveraged times 1,000. He's one of those strippers who owns 6 condos in Florida in that The Big Short movie. He's in a bit of a dangerous position if Serral goes aggressive. But if he gets a few minutes, doesn't get punished, then he'll be in a fantastic economic position. And Serral isn't one to do a big Ravager Ling all in, is he? So I think he will get away with it. Serral's going to take the front third. He's got a bunch of Zerglings for safety. So Serral's playing very conservative, very safe. He has very little vision of what's going on. Overlord has snuck around the back, is going to come in. Now he sees these depots here building pretty early, but that's because he didn't build the depot there. So that doesn't tell him too much. And he's going to come through in that third command center. Shit, man. It's going to be scouted very late. Serral is going for a Baneling Nest at a really safe time. So I think Serral thinks he might be getting like hit by a Hellbat timing or something. He's playing very conservative. He sees the third command center now, and he's like, oh, Jesus, you've already got an orbital making. So Serral at this point has got to hold that drone key down. It's just a very light Hellion pressure with a Liberator coming out. He doesn't get to see the Liberator pop because the Marines clean that up. So it's going to be Liberator trying to siege up. You can see it's already queued into the back of Serral's base, and these Hellions trying to slow down his creep spread. But uThermal's very happy with this position. He's got mules dropping, and Serral, it's 4 minutes 45, and he still hasn't saturated his third base. So obviously, if Serral had gone hatch first, had a clean, perfect opening, you'd often see him with 16 workers here at 4:30, but he's a little behind where he wants to be. That's because he went pool first, went 4 Zerglings, and he went a very safe Baneling Nest. And he's had a good pack of Zerglings in case the Hellions dart on by. So this all has slowed him down a little bit. Oh, check it out. Liberator's going to go right by that Spore Crawler. uThermal's going to siege on top of it. What a Chad. He says, it's not finished, man. Let's do it. Yeah. Let's just laugh at that Spore Crawler. Queen's on the right side. Should be able to defend these Hellions. Oh, they're going to dive. They're going to dive. Oh, the Lings are there, though. And, oh, uThermal. He gets a few of these drones, but he's going to lose his Hellions, so it does cost him. Oh, he might slide out, actually. Gets 9 drones, a bit of mining time. Liberator. Oh, he's got 4 drone kills on the Liberator. 5 drone kills with the Hellion, so that Lib can bounce around. uThermal, he sees that Spore there. Oh, very dangerous positioning. And, yeah, the Queens will take him out pretty quickly there. Serral, I think, could have moved that Queen forward. Got a few hits on it and also tanked. Maybe not have lost those drones if he did that a bit quicker. Total of 11 workers go down. There's still some Hellions here. And he pulls 2 SCVs to repair those before continuing across the map. uThermal accidentally dropped his command center in the wrong position, which means his bunker's in a bit of a weird spot, but it is what it is. Worker-wise, he's feeling very good. He's on 5 barracks. He's got his 1-1 upgrades. He does need to cancel those Marines and build reactors. He does it. Very good play by uThermal. And he's on almost identical workers to Serral. Serral's 4th base, not that quick. Serral's double evos are behind. His Bane speed is very crisp. But overall, I would say Serral's one advantage is he's got good creep control. And as long as he keeps spreading that for the next minute or 2, he'll be in a decent position in this game because the medevacs haven't arrived yet, right? The Marines, the Stim, the medevacs, that's when the pressure really starts pushing the creep back. If Serral can take advantage of this, and he's got the Overlord there to see the high ground. Look at that planning. Very nice. Oh, uThermal gets there right on time, though, and snips the end off that one. And that Overseer gets taken down as well. Good bits of trades here for uThermal. Still only 68 workers for Serral. 8 workers on that base. He's only on 4 gases. He's on Pureling Bane for now, is Serral. So he's really just about the Massling Bane. You can see he's setting up a run by on this side of the map. So only 8 Zerglings over there. He's got his main army on the left, which is just Ling Bane. Bane speed will kick in to defend this push, but uThermal setting up in a really conservative position. So uThermal doesn't really want to force the trades right now. He just wants to preserve his units, try to delay the creep, and make sure he sets up for some future value. Gets rid of the creep tumors on the left side. Behind this, oh my god, guys, 3 more barracks coming down. There's no armory. Oh my god, uThermal. uThermal. Is he forgotten it, or is he just going to go 8 racks all in? Does he just start building Marines out of these barracks? Or does he build add-ons? I think he's going to need an armory. Obviously, he's a bit gas-starved soon. uThermal does forget those upgrades, so he's going to lose the lead. Yeah, the armory only goes now. That is a bit of a mistake here for uThermal. He's controlling both watchtowers, and he's set up with Tank Marine on both sides, so he's doing a good job of, like, denying map vision right now. I actually really like the way he's doing it, but oh, okay, he lowers the depot, gets his SCVs out of there, and Serral's like, fine, I'll come back later. uThermal just goes back to mining, a bit of a comical little trade there. And uThermal being so cautious, man, picks up the tank on the right side, pulls back, and it's because he's planning for this one giant Marine tank all in. Yeah, no add-ons, it's just mass Marine tank. So he's doing a 3-base, I say all in, incredibly committed timing attack. Now, the problem with this attack is his main's mining out. He's going to be oversaturated. His natural will start mining out during the push. His 2-2's very late, which I think is probably the biggest problem for him. He should probably just go +2 weapons now in this scenario. Yeah, he's going to do that. Doesn't have the gas for both. And he's just wanting to try and set up for a giant push. Now, Serral, he's mixing in a couple drones, but it's all about taking an efficient defense. And so far, uThermal's been trading a lot better than him. Serral's going to try and roll forwards with some Banes, but good micro by uThermal. He's lost barely any units. His tanks are marching forwards. He'll easily deny the 6th base on the right side there. Those Marines tanks coming forward. The Hellbats there as well. The Hellion on the right side is going to see this big Ling Bane run by well ahead of time. So uThermal is aware of that, and he should be able to defend it with his rally point. These Marines coming forward, denying both of these bases. Serral can't even fight it. Oh my god, Serral, his back up against the wall, doesn't even cancel that hatchery. He's taking massive damage. He's setting up a flank right now. uThermal sees that as well. Oh, he should not be dropping forward, should he? Oh my god, he's going to go drop. That means his base is undefended, though. 4th command center undefended. uThermal playing very risky right now. He's pedal to the metal aggression. He's going to pull this army home on the left side. Never got rid of that creep spread, which is a bit of a bummer for him. And this drop on the right. Oh, uThermal, get back in the medevacs. Get to the chopper. Get to the chopper, uThermal. uThermal actually holds his ground there. I don't know if that's a good idea. He loses a lot of those Marines, kills some Zerglings. Hive is on the way for Serral. Now, Hive, he could go Ultras, he could go Lurkers, but he need to start some Hydroden and some gases. He might just go like Adrenal and +3 Carapace, because Serral's pretty broke. 78 drones, but remember, they're not mining that efficiently. He had to transfer all the drones from this top base down to the right side. We've got Ling Bane coming in from multiple sides. Serral going for the bottom right. What the heck? Big army pushing down the right side. There's 6 siege tanks on the map, but only 4 of them are here. The other 2, I think, must be sieged at home. And yeah, he's actually blocked his wall off. Bit of a mistake there for uThermal, I think. He's blocked his rally. That is a big mistake for uThermal. He's going to go for a big triple drop from that side, trying to join up. The medevacs do get spotted, so he wants to bring his whole army to the right. But Serral says, hey, I'm not going to let you hold that watchtower for free. I'm going to keep posturing. Zergling will be able to potentially block that base. Massive Marine tank army on the right side. He's created a big opening in the creep here. Has uThermal. If he can get a tank up there, spread some Marine Hellbat. His Marines are a bit far back right now. You can see his army could be spread through this area a little bit more. He's going to try and force Serral into taking a fight. Serral's got a giant flank coming in from the left side. A giant flank comes in. The Banelings not really finding the Marines, though. The Marines are pretty far back. uThermal does spread backwards. There's so many Banelings. Beautiful spreadies from uThermal. The flank of Marines comes in from the left side as well, but he does lose all of his tanks there. uThermal with a pretty good win, but there's enough Banelings to keep him back. He has to pick up. He has to pick up into the medevacs. Nice engagement there by Serral. Serral hangs onto this base, and he needed to. If he didn't keep that up, he'd be in big trouble. uThermal try to redrop. Watch out for the Banelings! But he quickly picks up the Liberator there. Nothing to shoot up in the air. Serral, he veers back onto the unloading Marines and does take those out, but every second he stays in that lib zone, he's losing more units. The Marines will unload yet again. Massling run by on the left side. Command center does get delayed. Another command center up, but still no fourth landed. uThermal's income will be dropping. You can see he's down 1,200 minerals a minute compared to Serral. Sensor tower will get taken down. Delicious snipe there, limiting uThermal's map vision through the fog. uThermal, he's going to have to try and gather up. He's still got a new tank up there. That's a 27 kill commander siege tank. My God, he's been doing some good shit. Ling's coming in for the flank from behind. Plenty of Marines there to deal with that. And oof, Serral losing a lot of these units. Still trying to delay these expansions. It feels like uThermal's just been stuck on 3 base for a bit too long. And that's allowing Serral to kind of rebuild even after all these bad fights. Big Liberator push. Oh, he's going to take out the Queens. Serral does have to pick up all of his Marines, but the Liberators will finish off the Queens there. One Lib is still in the spore range. Lingbane goes for the counterattack, but uThermal, he's got tanks. If he sieges those tanks, he should be able to hold here. And look at that position. You cannot attack that position as Serral. He has to pull back. He's still got this base up. This base is still up with just 2 drones sneaky mining in the corner. This base is back up in the top left. Vipers, Carapace, Adrenal. I told you guys, Carapace, Adrenal. Guys, if you're a Zerg and you have no money and you get to Hive, you can't afford Ultras or Lurkers. You're like, I guess I just make my Lingbane slightly better. He goes for the budget upgrades there. Serral is not in a good position. His gas bank is very small. He's basically just trying to rebuild Lingbane and find an engage, but uThermal has a wall of tanky lads up front. Lots of Marauders up front. That being said, big Lingbane flank getting ready. Serral, he wants to take this fight. If he can get rid of all the tanks, it'll be good, but there's so many libs and tanks and Marauders spread throughout. Oh, Marine drop on the left side's bouncing around. Serral's gonna go for it. He comes in with a flank from 2 sides. Decent spreadies from uThermal. He doesn't have many Marines, but that means there's no targets for the Banelings. And that there's just enough libs and tanks. Serral can't deal with it. He has to give up this base. The Marine drop in the back. uThermal. Mark Schlappy is giving Serral a bit of a slip, slap, slop right now. He's saying, mate, it's getting messy, and you know that's where I thrive. When I've got my Marines in the back of all your bases, look at that. He's redropping the 3rd. He's going to deny this base. He doesn't know about the bottom right. It's got 5 drones sneakily mining. I doubt that really makes that big of a difference, but it will slowly add up over time. The Marine drop in the back will finally get cleaned up. And that is very big for Serral getting rid of these Marines. They are still taking good trades, though. Oh, my God, they're still there. Oh, my God, they're still there. Jeez, these Marines are causing a nightmare for Serral, man. Oh, finally they go down. Meanwhile, Liberator's on the front. Parasitic Bomb, but it's only hitting 1 Liberator, and it won't even kill it, guys. That's so many libs. If he abducts them, it does yoink them out of that position. But you can see this isn't really going to be killing them very quickly. The Queens get 1 lib. I think Serral has to give this base up. I don't think he can fight. Look at that spread. Serral needs to counterattack. He needs to go kill these bases. The 4th is up with the planetary there. The 5th is not established yet. He's going to have to give up these 2 hatcheries. That's a lot of lava, a lot of production. He's got 8 drones mining in the bottom right. It's huge for Serral. He's got some sneaky mining that uThermal doesn't know about, keeping his economy at a not terrible position. Getting a few of these barracks down. That's some very good snipes. Gets a tank, some bio, some barracks. Planetary does defend that. That's really good. uThermal's very busy keeping the pressure up. And as Serral expands to the top left side, I mean, uThermal's going to keep shoving forwards through the guts. 3-3 is almost there, but it's not there just yet. +3 weapons is finished for uThermal. Great Parasitic Bomb. That'll get a double kill, or at least kill the first one. And I think that barely runs out. Yeah, 24 hit points left on the lib. Bio's a little far forward. Great tank spready. The Marauders there with a beautiful spread. The Marines doing what they can. uThermal. Oh, Blinding Cloud comes in. And the Marines. Oh, beautiful pickup. Beautiful, beautiful pickup there, and the Liberator's still causing trouble. But oh, planetary snipe. Serral gets a planetary. He puts uThermal back to 4 bases, but I think uThermal might have him, guys. uThermal pressing on forwards. Liberator's bio coming on 4th. Ultra Cavern's on the way, but Serral, this corner base is his lifeline right now. He's so bad in the units lost, though. He's lost 26,000 against 17,000. That is a big issue. That is a huge issue right here. uThermal now going to shove the left side. This creep buying Serral a bit of time and warning him what's going on. The Parasitic Bombs are getting value. Serral is playing the value game right now. He's like, I can kill, gather energy off a building. Kill a Liberator, gather energy. Kill a Liberator, gather energy. He's basically just saying, look, I've got to try and get some value out of that. Maybe, just maybe, I can exhaust him because he doesn't have enough bases. uThermal's trying to take some more bases down to the bottom right as well as up to the top left. Giant spread on these bases right now. These tank bio pushes are a problem. Look how many Marauders he's got. He control clicks his Marauders, puts them up front and says, yeah, have fun crashing into this with your Ling Bane, mate. Attacks on in. It's just, you can't kill that with Ling Bane efficiently, not with Medivacs healing them. That being said, he's a little low on Medivacs. Only 6 Medivacs. Top left base, bottom right base. uThermal. Check your corners, mate. Right now, uThermal has not checked his corners in a while, guys. Much like raiding a house as like a SWAT team or something. Any sort of urban combat, check your corners. And Serral's he's a cheeky fucker. He doesn't give up easy, man. Yes, he normally plays rock solid, but you put him in a hard spot and he will take those corner bases, and uThermal has no idea. These little Ling run bys keeping him busy. He's still trying to press forward. Parasitic Bomb on yet another Liberator. The Marines doing good spreadies once again. It still feels like uThermal, even though he doesn't know about the corners, and that's an easy win. 8 Marines, kill that. 8 Marines, kill that. It still feels like he's taking amazing trades, and Serral just does not have an answer. His first 3 Ultras with Chitinous Plating are coming out, but he's washing up. Okay, that's a good Ling engage. There wasn't enough artillery covering it, so he gets a few of the Marauders, but those Marauders do micro very well, and they do get on out of there. 5th base planetary is established. Remember, uThermal still on 59 SCVs. He's got a gigantic, double the army supply leader. Liberator on the left side being a massive dickhead as well. Serral trying to move Queens down there. He's trying to poop creep because his creep spread's just being shoved. He loses this base. uThermal right now, though, let's go to uThermal's camera, guys. It's got to dawn on him. He's got to check those corners. Right now, he has his finger on the pulse of the game. That's what he thinks. He thinks, I know exactly where you are, how many bases you have. You're starving. I just deny this base in the top right, and we're good. He does not realize there are 2 full bases mining right now. We're on uThermal's camera. Big army on the right side. Let's watch from his camera. Oh, it's a big Ultra Bane army. He's not spread. He's not set up. The Libs aren't siege. Back to everyone's camera. Oh my god, Serral might just be getting the route that he needs. Where is the rest of uThermal's army, guys? It doesn't feel like this is everything, and remember, it's very damaged because he has a lot of Medivacs and stuff. No! The tank is still there! Are you kidding me? The tank was still here! So that was like 7 minutes ago! That tank was blocking every Marauder and tank from leaving his base for the last 5 minutes! Oh my god, I can't believe it! He does find the top left finally with a drop. But he loses a command center and another one. No! uThermal! He does not want to let this game slip away, but he does kill the top left. If he can kill the bottom right, that's huge. Serral setting up an Ultra Baneling flank right now. He's still down 50 army supply. uThermal finds that he actually had about 70 army supply just chilling in his natural behind that tank that he accidentally sieged earlier. Oh man, what an absolute disaster. You know, it's funny because Serral can commiserate with that. Serral versus Raynor, BlizzCon 2019 Grand Finals. Serral, 6 Ultralisks stuck behind the Evo chamber in his wall for 5 minutes at a crucial moment where he lost the game, right? Here we go! Serral's gonna go for it! Attacking from 2 sides, but the flank is wrong! It's coming from the right, it should have been coming from the left! Will he be able to get over the top? He might still have enough. No, there's too many Marauders in there. I think uThermal's got a good stutter step. He's focusing those Ultras down. There's a few more Banes in the back, but I think uThermal barely manages to hold onto this position. But you know what? He's not mining. He's not mining. No frigging way! He's not mining! And Serral still has the bottom right that he doesn't know about! Serral's gonna give this base up! uThermal still doesn't know about this base! Oh, it's a disaster for him, man. He's like, all right, we're doing good. I'm still dropping mules. He's got some minerals here. This is completely mined out. Completely mined out. Guys, he's on one main mining base, and it's losing its mineral patches. He's trying to establish this. Serral, a handful of Lings causing a ruckus. A handful of Lings on both sides is denying his mining. uThermal, finally checks the corner, and he's like, you cheeky fudge nugget. He realizes these minerals have been heavily mined out. This has been here for the last 7-8 minutes of this game with just 2 drones, then 5 drones, then 8 drones, then 16 drones. He finally finds it, but Serral, he's going to gather a defense together as best he can. The Ultras are getting taken down. The heavy Marauder army should do well. uThermal's going to siege that tank. Careful going on creep, mate. Bit of a spready would be nice, but he does force the evacuation, and this game's still going. Oh my god. I can't believe this. This is one of those games Serral's like, well, I'm pretty screwed, but I guess I'll just try and take the corner and hope he doesn't see it. And then he's just like, is it still alive? How is it still alive? You know, he was not expecting that. He was not banking on it. He was just doing one of the very few options left to him. uThermal desperately needs to blanket this base in mules, guys. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mules available right now. That orbital can't even land to drop those mules right now, which is a problem. uThermal, he's got a lot of medevacs now, 11, but they're all pretty low on the juice. So not looking too fantastic. Killing the base is good because this does lower the lava of Serral, remember. And if that creep recedes, all that lava will die. You also can't select that lava off your control group anymore as Serral because the hatchery is dead. You need to now go and box it if you want to use it. Ling's on that left side, still denying that base, but uThermal's got a base up. Definitely should be dropping mules here. And Serral, he's able to reset a little bit. He's got 120 Zerglings, 3 Ultras, 3 Vipers. Vipers counter the tanks and the libs. And it's just about mass bio then versus Ultraling Bane. I mean, he needs Widow Mines or Hellbats. If he doesn't get Widow Mines or Hellbats in there, I don't know if uThermal can deal with such a Zergling heavy army because Zerglings counter Marauders. And without splash damage to take care of that, I mean, 3 tanks, they'll get hit by Abduct or Blinding Cloud. They're not going to clear the Zerglings. Widow Mines or Hellbats are needed. Without that, uThermal will struggle if he gets surrounded by the Lings. But he's got mass medevac. So does he need to fight? There's almost nothing that shoots up, right? There's parasitic bombs though. Oh, parasitic bombs are about to take uThermal to Tick Town. Oh no! Oh, so much bio getting surrounded. Serral, out with a vengeance. He says, I will not go quietly into that good night. I will not go down. I will fight to the bitter end, dickhead. I will not give up. And uThermal right now, frustrated, annoyed, struggling to secure these bases. He was doing so good for so long. And honestly, we've all been in this game where you're playing it and you have utter confidence. You know that you are so ahead. You know you've got your opponent pinned. Kill the bases on the left, move to the right, kill the bases on the right, move to the left, kill the bases on the left, then the right, then the left, then the right. And the whole time, there's a few bases in the corners evading you. It's so frustrating. Oh, no! Oh, uThermal lets the Lings in. He doesn't even have a depot on the high ground to raise, even if he could. He knows he's going to lose his production here. And when he pulls his army back to defend, this army would shove the right side, take out these 2 bases. Oh my god, what a comeback, and nasty, nasty comeback for Serral. By no means cost efficient, but those corner bases just going and going for many, many minutes. I got to check really quickly. When did he first take that corner? So 9 minutes 50, he takes this hatchery. And then he just slowly builds drones every now and then. I don't think Serral even control grouped it, right? So check this out, guys. If you click Serral's control group, it selects all these other hatcheries. But he didn't want this to be on it because then he would accidentally build Zerglings and rally them up through the vision of uThermal and give it away. So Serral would, in the midst of the action, every now and then, he would just click on his minimap down here, select the hatchery, and just tell it to build drones. And he just did that once every couple of minutes in the midst of all the action, which is very awkward to do, right? It's really awkward, but every now and then he did it. Came down, he's like, 2 drones. And he's obviously busy microing, doing other things, playing the game, and he's like, I guess I'll build 3 more drones. Busy microing, busy fighting all over the map. Crazy shit's going on. I guess I'll build 3 more drones. Oh my god. I can't believe it. And then he takes this base at 14 minutes as well. And it did not get scouted from him taking it just before 10 minutes. Until, I think it was about 20 minutes, maybe 19 when uThermal sees this. And he sees it because of these Zerglings down here. At some point, he's like, hey. Oh, I think he saw that drone transfer, maybe? No, he still doesn't realize. At some point here. Oh my god, man, when does uThermal see this? Yeah, it literally was like 20 minutes into the game. Oh my god. 19 minutes and 40 seconds, he finally finds it. Oh, that's painful, man. uThermal, shout out to him for outplaying Serral for 90% of this game. But it just reminds you that there are lots of details. You can never get lazy. You've got to check everything. And him taking so long to get a 4th and 5th base, getting that denied a bunch, combined with these sneaky bases getting up, did mean that uThermal, I think, just tunnel visioned a little bit too much on his army control. GG, well played though, Serral. There's a reason why he's the GOAT. Absolute beast, man. Finds a way to bring it back. GG's.